Hello, Terry here, and we return with a Forsaken Place. So, yeah, last time we are taking our rest under the rain under a tree where Asmodeus is just bullying us. But I think we kinda, in a way, deserve it. In a way, a little bit. So, yeah, the text is there. Asmodeus is right, while stray rain droplets still hit me, I don't get the bulk of it. It's not most ideal situation, but having Asmodeus standing a few feet away brings me enough comfort to eventually fall asleep. Why don't we just return to the cathedral? It's close by. You two literally doesn't walk far away. Or anywhere. Ah, beautiful. And morning time rolls around, the ground around me is damp and tree leaves drip with leftover water. Yes, I'm completely dry. Not a shred of water remains on my body when I wake up. Asmodeus denies having anything to do with it, but I'm not dumb. I know magic when I see it. Okay. Now, as the two of us walk side by side towards the arcane forest, I can help but feel a bit more at ease. The big bad demon has a soft side, even if it's just for his own benefit. We're almost there. Are you ready for the first trial? Sure, with my big brain power, I shall be able to handle that. Of course I am. I am Titania of House Corvus and my power is unmatched. I strike a dramatic pose, throwing one fist into the air with the other place. The stark black cape I'm wearing flies around in the wind. Okay. I don't know this person. I'm just gonna look the other way and say I don't know this person. I'm sure I look cool as heck right now. So you'll have no problem solving the first puzzle all on your own. Yeah, not like you can give me the answer this time. I recall Asmodeus saying that he only knew the location of the arcane forest, but he never actually needed to be there, so he probably doesn't know the answers to the puzzles. But it is okay because my logic is more sound sure than my ability to find a mystical location. I'll impress Asmodeus so much that he'll be charmed and entrust me with his knowledge. Maybe. I have a little faith in your abilities if I'm being honest with you, but let us push further nonetheless. Hey, I'll find those dagger pieces.
Ah, yes. You are Titania Corvus after all.
Yeah. He mimics my gesture from earlier with much less energy. I cross my arms over my chest.
Asmodeus.
You better stop calling me that. Or what? You'll regret it. I'll take my chance. I turn away from him, but he has no words for me, it seems. I follow after him as he leads me further into the forest, stopping only when we come across a very long flight of stairs in the middle of a forest. Okay. Okay. I thought it was just some kind of random stairs, but that kind of fits. Let us cross the steps. Oh, you think the first puzzle is all the way up there, or are you trying to waste my time? Asmodeus only take a step to the side and bows slightly as if to say after me.
My liege.
Okay, only one way to find out. I can see now that I made a very big mistake summoning you. You can make this even a little bearable for me. What's the fun in that? Seems very dull. Imagine simply following you around like a lost puppy. You'll never see the day. Until I banish you, that's what you'll have to do. So come on, let's go. Very well. I charge up the stairs head first, almost completely forgetting the consequences.
Hey!
Okay? I cry out as I stumble backwards, having hit a barrier. I didn't run that far ahead, did I? Looking back at the Asmodeus, I see him waving at me from the bottom of the stair, at least 20 steps down. Yet a mountain of steps still remains ahead of me. Asmodeus! I shout down to him, scratching the back of my head. I'm not even a little out of breath, and yet I have ran up so many steps. I really am unmatched, huh? You coming or what? I don't know if I really do hear a chuckle leaving his lip or see his lips upturn into a smile, but I'm going to pretend it's not all an illusion. I don't wait too long as he jogs up to the stair and to catch up to me. Well, what are you waiting for? The vanishing won't happen on its own. Okay, right, let's go. I'm completely out of breath as I think we must be close to the top. We are almost. You sure about that? My need for air cuts off my own words. There, right? I double over, my hands on my thighs as I breathe heavily. Okay, I remember when I was getting hyped up before, maybe I overestimated myself. Almost there? You truly daft. We are most certainly not almost there. Go on ahead and look up. We are still under the stairs. I follow his gaze to the top of the stair, which seems like miles away. You serious? And looking behind me, it seemed as if those steps look equally as daunting. What? Are you tired? Looking at Asmodeus, he seems very much unbothered by the labyrinth of stairs. It's as if he hasn't done any physical activity at all. Interesting. The prowess of a demon, I suppose. Listen here. I struggle to catch my breath. There's no way the stairs are this long. Are you scurrying around me again, making me go up the same stairs over and over again on purpose? No, not I know. Not him. Yeah, the first trial. Then something? Well, yes, perhaps you are not as dense as I had initially thought. Actually, scratch that. It is an elementary observation. Hey! I shake my head at his word and focus on what really matters. He is confirming that the stairs don't seem to be taking us anywhere. Similar to our journey in the forest just the day before. But does he really have no part to play in this scheme? I don't know if I trust him. Corvus, use your brain, will ya? Get us out of this loop. Loop? Yes, I know it was a loop. Kinda. I was right on the track, but all I really understand is that this is a loop. What can I possibly do to stop this? Use a spell, perhaps? So which one? What spell that can stop infinite loop? Do you? Oh great Titania of House Corvus. I groan inwardly. This again? I'm never saying anything in front of this man again. Listen, I know fire and ice and thunder like the back of my hand, but stopping time? Oh. I can do a simple stopping time story. Sorry about that. Simple time stopping spell that I learned from Ingrid's notes. I shut my eyes tightly and began to whisper a small incantation, though it is very ineffective. The time does indeed stop, but only for a few seconds, which isn't helpful at all. You can't stop time long enough for us to make it to the top of the stairs, and even then I'm not sure it will truly stop the loop. Valiant effort nonetheless. Was that a compliment? I said no such thing. I think that was a compliment. I'll take it. Hear what you want. He waves me away and looks down towards the bottom of the step. There has to be a way to stop this. What if you two use, those barrier stuff? Because I think that can overpower the power of the stairs. Like, you two can get away farther from each other, yes? So, one of you goes up, then the other one of you goes up. The stair will try to push you down back, but the barrier will stay. Will stay there and make you... I don't know what I'm talking about, it's hard to visualize it. So stopping time doesn't work. How about reversing it? Do you even know how to do that? I doubt learning that from some notes is even possible. No, but I'm just grasping at straws here.
Think, Corvus.
The way he's standing there, arm crossed over his chest, leans slightly back lazily. He must know something. I hardly believe that he doesn't. You have an idea, don't you? No, of course not. Of course not. I don't believe that. Tell me. What will you do if I help? He leans in closer to me, just slightly towering above me. Will you give me something in return? I call his bluff, stepping towards him.
What do you want, great demon of lust?
Hum. 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 Okay, let's continue. He pulls back from me and shakes his head, his long hair hitting his cheeks. I'm not even worth getting anything but banished from you. I will help, but only with a riddle. A riddle? Yes, if you can figure this out, you have no business moving forward. The other trial will be much more difficult. Fine, go ahead, I'm listening. The riddle will probably hint a specific spell that I can say the incantation for. I'm a little suspicious that Asmodeus may already know the spell. Perhaps he was lying earlier about never being here. I'm not sure what could that mean, but it worries me a little. What could a demon want in the arcane forest where the dagger of banishment is locked away? The thought is unsettling. How many steps does a person need to take in order to reach their destination? Okay, that doesn't answer anything. That's the riddle? Yes, that is all the help you'll get from me. How many steps does a person need? What part should I focus on? The number of steps. The person, the destination. Depend on the destination, of course. There can be a specific number answer, can there? Like if I say 20 steps, will that be the same for everyone? I don't know, will it? I don't think so, so I feel like I'm not looking for a number because this relates to a spell somehow, right? Perhaps, yes. So, a destination spell, yeah, teleportation spell, you mean? What would that even entail? Transporting us to the destination. In theory that could work, but you need to know about the destination, which it seems you may be remiss of. True, okay. What next? The number of steps? Quite literal. Yes, I think I may be onto something called the snark. Every person is different, so there's no way to tell. I have less stamina than you, so you'll be able to make it up way more steps than me. And so we can be looking for a specific answer. I'm confident in that. You already said that. Are you? Oh, okay. Stop making me try to second guess myself. What next? The person? Who's the person? What do you mean? It's a generalized statement. Well, all people aren't the same, so that means the destination can be the same. That is interesting. Okay. Is that silence a good thing? You baffle me, Corvus. I do not understand how someone like you can be related to Ingrid. Oh yeah, big brain. Still not sure if that's a compliment or not, but back to the task at hand. What next? Nothing else? So what is the answer you have come up with? No matter how you look at it, every person's journey is different. Yours, mine, Ingrid's. We can measure how long it will take for any of us to complete a journey. Even if our destination is at the top of the stair, you and I are not the same. We are not on equal footing. Okay, so what do you mean to say, Titania? And? So I wonder if any spell at all will work. We can use spell to determine the length of our journey of where we are going. They can help us, sure, but they can give us an absolute answer. That's why I think it will take us 0 steps to reach our destination. We are already here in the middle of it. Asmodeus chuckled, and I wonder if I made a mistake. Have I gone off too Sorry? To off the demon? Perhaps a simple spell is all we need. Actually, I don't understand what you're talking about, Titania. So what you're saying is... Well done. Okay. I solved it? I think you do. Of course I did. Didn't doubt it for a second. I withdraw my command. Not well done. It was a simple fluke. No, that was well deserved. I solved the riddle. You cannot say that you solved the riddle until you reach the destination at all. Yeah, how do we proceed then? Let me see. We just take no more steps. Then what? I didn't think that far ahead. Close enough, I suppose. Stand still for a few moments and it will break the loop. Oh. Now I understand. Actually, I don't. What makes you so sure that it will break the loop? How do you know all of this? The Arcane Forest is demon-made. The never-ending stare reminds me of a tale my father once told me when I was a young boy. Ah, you have a father, and you were once a young boy. How old is that in Demon Age? It was about a demon child not much older than me at the time. He had always been a hasty boy, rushing into just about everything. Of course, it never worked out for him because he never thought about the consequence of his actions. Ah, I see. One day he had been approached by a human baker who had told that the boy that if he wanted to get some free sweets, the child could help by using magics to power the ovens. Interesting. Seems harmless, yeah. Yes, that's why the boy thought. He will light the fire in the ovens, and when he had completed it, the humans would give him sweets. But every day the human would tell the young demon that there were more ovens to be fired up before he could get his sweets. Okay, I didn't expect there will be child exploitation in this game. Oh my god, this game is running deep. So the baker lured the demon in and took advantage of him. Precisely, yes. The boy was blinded by how easy the task seemed and how delicious the rewards sounded. So he was trapped. Like how I rushed onto the stairs without thinking about it. The problem was not rushing into the activity. That would be a common mistake for most. The young child chose to believe that everything was as it seems. He simply kept going and going. But it wasn't.
My father warned me never to allow my actions to keep me trapped. By anyone. Human, demon, or spell.
Okay. Wow. Your father is a good person. It is interesting to see that in the fables told to the demonkind to teach them lesson, humans were the villains. It is the opposite in our case. That story might have been told with a demon trapping in a human in an unsavory deal. It is no wonder Asmodeus is as distrustful of me as I should be of him. Which side of the coin is the correct one? I don't know. Does it matter? Yep. Oh, sorry. Yes, so if we stop walking up the stairs, we can continue on our journey as you have said. I actually quite like your way of looking at it. Two different perspectives but the same conclusion. No extra steps needed to get to where we need to go. Ah, there we go. Magic. That should probably explain how it will go. A loud glittering sound shakes me out of my thoughts. Asmodeus points up towards the sparkles at the top of the steps. Just a little more and we should be free to leave this loop. I imagine what we seek is up there, perhaps not the dagger itself, but the way to another puzzle. And if we solve all the puzzle, we'll get what we need. Asmodeus nods and walks up to the stairs at a leisurely pace. I follow closely behind him, and just as he says, when we walk through the sparkles, the steps we had spent some time on have withered away. Oh. There we go. Oh, ruin. Ruins, a lot of it. We walk out into bright sunlight beating down into our faces. Though the urge to trail around and celebrate our little victory is short-lived. Why? Why do you want to... Okay. We are standing in ruins. Whatever building was once here is no longer in one piece. Debris and rubble are scattered across the area. There is something strangely beautiful about it all, as I am able to look into the bright sky and see the clouds. Yeah, I guess there's something beautiful to it, isn't it? Look here. I turn to him and see a small treasure chest on the ground a few feet away. Asmodeus crouches down and with a simple spell is able to unlock it. So I guess our first part of the dagger. I walk over and peer over his shoulder. Oh, exciting. What did we get? Let's see. Ah, a hilt. Yes. A hilt, like for the... I'm tired of everything. Yeah, those looks like faces. He holds it up. We have to assemble it with a spell. It's like a real adventure. Much more exciting than spending time in the practitioner academy teaching ungrateful and uninspired teenagers elemental spells. An adventure to banish a demon just like in those tales you humans like to tell. He smirks as he says it, but there's some sadness in his eyes.
Are you
Oh.
sure?
You sure this is what you want? You can still change your mind and... And what? Follow you around for eternity? You still like a proper quest and I won't be your lapdog. Okay, well, any ounce of a connection I felt has sizzled away. Very easy, eh? Fine, let's just get through this next trial then. I walk a few feet ahead of him in hopes to activate something. Anything. Looks like we are not simply living. What do you mean? Another barrier spell, but this one looks strong. We can't undo it with any magic that you or I would know. He reaches out and taps on an invincible wall that barricading us in these ruins. Who created this spell? Aren't you the Prince of Demon? This is interesting. Look for another exit or a mechanism that can undo this. Is that another hint?
Titania.
It's common sense. Okay. Big brain.
Oh.
You called me by my first name instead of by my house name. Yeah, that's a good positive attitude. But as I begin to gush, he swats me away like a fly to start his own search of our surroundings. I better go and do that myself. Asmodeus seems to be looking through a pile of rubble to the right side of the ruins. I don't know if I should bother him. Oh. Let's search on the left, I guess. I decide to search the building to the left. We can cover more ground this way. I can only hope that if Asmodeus finds something, he'll tell me. We are not quite a team, but we are fighting towards the same objective. The Dagger of Banishment. Part of me enjoys the challenge. It's quite fulfilling to be able to solve a particularly tough riddle or equation. Even if Asmodeus swears he's not going to teach me anything, it's too bad. He already has, and I like to learn some more before he's banished for good. Actually kind of saddened by the thought he wishes for nothing more than to stay away from this world and humankind. He doesn't seem to less be interested in the world he hasn't visited in centuries. And the more I poke and prod about anything, the more annoyed he gets. Still, I'm starting to realize that underneath the frightening glare and one wing, he is a person with feelings. Demon or not. I take one glance at him, hunch over the rubble as he searches for our way out. I should work just as hard for this dagger piece. I don't want to give Asmodeus here against his own will, no matter what I can gain from it. Oh. So where to start? I climb up onto the platform of the building. There's not much here aside from a few crumbling walls. The entire back side of this place is exposed. Whatever was once here is no longer recognizable. It's just an abandoned building, okay? I begin to move things around, but there really isn't anything here but piece of the broken building, dust, and a few speckles of green flora. I search a bit around the area as well, but I come up with nothing. Maybe I should regroup with Asmodeus and see if he has any leads. Okay then. Let's go to Asmodeus then. I don't know if I should bother him. Didn't you just say that you should go to Asmodeus? Okay then. Okay, I want to go to the right, but I think I have to end the video right here because it's been around 30 minutes for me. So I guess that's all for second place episode 3. We are finally getting a part of the dagger and kind of trapped right now. Which is an advancement? Development? Yeah, something like that. So see you later then in the next part of a Forsaken Place. Bye bye.